7つか。足りないかな。1が1で。そうなんだけど、どうすりゃいい。こってりしたつゆがね、そう。それで一人に、めんつゆだけでもよくて、ごまペーストがないで、これ、ドレッシングに、だし汁、醤油、みりん、マヨネーズ、はい。1cc だ、このまま。みんな、50cc。10個。
ドレッシングだね。結構醤油とかも入ってそうだよね。
それちょっと減らすと。ちょっと甘いような気が。もうちょっと醤油入れる。ちょっと醤油塩。
醤油ちょっと入れてもいいかな。
ちょっと甘いね。これ冷ましたらいいかな。冷たい方が。よし。
ハサミを使いなさいよ。
そうだよね。
そう思うなら使いなさい。
そうできないの。熟なし。だし汁に梅を入れてもいいって。うん。
確かになんか
さっぱり梅のせないといい。ちょっと少ないか。餅を入れるか余ってもいい。よし。このお湯で洗い物すると危ないから、洗剤がいらない。うん。これ一緒の中入れたら棒がなる。うん。このぐらいでいい。これは冷たくていい。いただきます。ごまペーストとマヨネーズと。うん。めっちゃ美味しいだわ。うん、中まで食べたやつ。うん。美味しいよね。
意外とかぼちゃがさ、主張してないから。
うん。茶碗蒸しは味の薄いものを入れて味の出ないね。
あ、本当だ。中が全然ないの。
うん。お母ちゃんは初めて。やっぱし鶏肉も美味しいね。鶏肉と卵ごと。うん、カニ玉でもいい。うん。うん、ホタテ美味しいよ。 あさりでもいい。
ちっちゃいエビとかも絶対美味しい。
そうだね。さっぱりしたのでなきゃ合わない。よかった作る。材料ないでな、どうしようかと思って。ちょっと分量と一緒にいたいな。
これ濃いの好きだからね。
今夜暑いでちょうどいい。誰か同じさ、もうやってがあったね。別のからだ。
鶏ガラでいいんだね。
卵焼きときゅうりと。これはちょっと遅いみたいないね。
塩甘か。そういえばさ、塩甘って方言だって。
本当？それじゃなんでダンスはするの？
塩が薄いっていう。いただきましたっていう方言なんで。
本当？ごちそうさま。
そうそう。いただきましただったらいただきましたの方が正しい。
ね。最初はいただきますだ。
失礼しますのさ、失礼しましたの方が。
どっちの方が
私よろしかな。
また近々そんなにするね。暑いね。
夏はやっぱそうめん食べやすい。
嫌いっていうかまあ嫌いだ。
いや、中学ぐらいだった
なあね。
結構ごまの甘みがするね。甘いね、意外と。
それでも絶対。
いや、それはそれやった方が美味しそう。いや、このごまもやっぱ、これも美味しいわ。
こってりできないとね。
全部もう全部いいから。どうした急に。どうした急に。
チビがいた。ちっちゃいの。
チビがいた。
アイス持ってくるから。これじゃないわ。カップのアイスだわ。それでもいい？
めっちゃかわいそう。
若いで。えらい手間取ってるな。
いや、いい。
わからない。冷凍庫だよ。みんなで偉いとかってるじゃん。すぐわかると思ったのに。これアイスじゃない、シャーベットだね。アイスよりさっぱりしてるね。
食感があっさりしてる。シャリッとする感じが。今日はめちゃくちゃ暑かったけど、日中は何したの？
おかってきれいにしたよ。
で、なんかね。
午後何日なのか。今度は完全とガラス窓かなきゃ。雨で泥が飛んで揺れた。
なんか大変だったら手伝いからやったの。
完全外してもらわなきゃ。洗面所から便所からお掃除しなきゃ。
夏にお掃除するの？
冬やるより夏やっといたの。
なるほど。大掃除夏場の人間さ。
そうだってしなんだ。おじいちゃんもだってほっといたら。 そでもアナイコになったりおばあちゃんとかってよく習わんだかもしれない繰り返し2本ぐらい
You've seen glimpses of my Japanese house before, but today I'm opening the door on all areas. You've seen glimpses of my Japanese house before, but today I'm opening the door on all areas, from quirks to cozy corners, and finally giving you the full tour. Look, it's old, it's cheap, and it might surprise you. But my question is, would you live here? So this is what the layout of my house looks like, and I haven't changed anything to do with the layout. My name is Cheney, by the way. I'm a middle-aged Australian who moved to Japan. I'm working here as a teacher. I've got plenty of information on my channel about what I paid, how much I've renovated, and what I'm earning living in Japan. And I'll put some links to these videos. This is a freestanding house, so I can walk down all sides of the property. I have gas to the property. It also has a sensor. If there's an earthquake, it will shut the gas off. And this is boarded up, so I didn't really want people walking right around the side of my house, so it is boarded up, so no one can go down there. I do have 2 garage doors. One is to drive my car in, and the other one is a personal door if I just want to go in and out the garage. And I put this here to put my bike in as well. Now the house did come with 3 garden beds. There are 2 garden beds down the side and 1 at the back. All the houses in my area, and for most of Wakayama for that matter, run on a septic system. Some properties do have town sewer, but not in the area I'm living in. There are external taps connected to the property and external power points where I need them. And there is a new meter which is read digitally to check the power. And there are overhead power lines all down the streets here. We don't have any underground power in this area. So this side of the house is a lot wider than the other side, and it's very cute air conditioning units. So I've got 1 aircon upstairs and 1 downstairs. They're big units and I do live in the house. I've just taken the weed matting off this side garden bed for spring. And I've just started to put some of the seedlings in here, which I started from seed. And I've got a few other things happening in my garden. I'm a bit obsessed with the gardening thing at the moment, but it's all coming along pretty well. And I'll take you out the back a bit later on. And I do have a video on the patio that I built for my cat Billy out the back. But let me start showing you through the inside of the house. So the front entrance in Japanese is called the genkan, and it's quite a large, spacious genkan. I just have all of my shoes in the cupboard, and I have an emergency go bag right at the front door in case we have to evacuate suddenly. I've been slowly working on painting out the plywood in the front entrance and making it white, a bit more light and airy. I recently went to a thrift store and found this Meiji clock. It's a 7-day clock, which means you only need to wind it every 7 days. I had forgotten to do it, so I've just wound it now. But you can see how nice it's coming up with the white paint, just making everything a little bit lighter and a bit more airy. But it's quite a good size entranceway. There's a window, and I'll point out all of the windows downstairs have security, and they also have fly screens. Now I can close off the lounge room, which is Japanese doors, and I've had Millie in there just while I was walking around outside. But here is the smallest room in the house, the toilet, and blue and green shall never be seen, and they're the colours that I went for all my decorations in the toilet. This is a good size, it's got the Japanese Toto toilet, so it's got the bidet function, the heated toilet seat. It's got a tap so you can wash your hands whenever you flush. And I do keep bottles of water down the side. I found this was a good idea. If there was an emergency and the water was cut off, at least I could flush problems with water. Right next to the toilet is the garage where I park. Now this used to be a hairdressing salon and I have converted it into a garage. There are so many switches in this room. I still haven't figured out which switch turns on which light. I still have about 15 centimetre clearance from the top of the door, even with the roof racks inside the door. There's a little bit of room down the back. I can walk right round the side of the car up the little shelves of camping goods here, by the way. So that is taking up a little bit of room. I used to park my bicycle here, but I've acquired too much camping gear, and that's parked around the back now.
Ang mga matalinong tao ay hindi hiram ng pera kung saan-saan. Kung kailangan mo ng fast cash, gawin mo ito ka. Tingnan mo lang maigi. Yung proseso, kailangan ng professional information at mobile number.
On top of these shelves is just some empty boxes because I use these for when they're camping. So if they do fall down, it's not going to damage anything. They're just empty boxes. And like I said, you can walk right around the side of the car. It's a little bit tight, but it works fine for my size car. The thing about this garage is there are lots of power points everywhere, so I can do a lot of work when I'm doing some building activities and DIY in the garage. So moving on from the garage, right next to that door is the door to the bathroom. There's only one bathroom in this house, but that's okay, it's just me. And this is the bathroom that I renovated because when I bought the house, there were leaking pipes underneath, so everything had to come out and I got to put a new bathroom in. This was probably the biggest expense that I've spent on the house, but I'm really happy with it now, and it's a really nice bathroom. It's a typical Japanese unit bath. Everything was contained within the unit. There's a fan, exhaust system, really nice shower, and a very, very deep bath. So you just stand next to the bath to take a shower, and then you dry yourself off in the change room area. So that is all of the front rooms, and then we head into the lounge room, or the main living area of the house. It's not a big house, and you can see like we're pretty much straight into the house now. And on the left is the understairs area, and I have made this into a laundry. It can be closed off with this little sliding door. If no one's here, I just tend to leave it open. I also have Millie's litter tray here. I'm in the process of deciding how I want to deal with these plywood walls. I have been using vinyl stickers on the walls and they've held up really well. So I'm thinking about what I might do. This might be my next DIY project to make the laundry look nice. So heading on into the lounge room. This lounge room is pretty much how it was when I bought the property. There's some interesting decorative PowerPoints in here. I don't know why only this room has the decorative PowerPoints, but the TV antenna was just a really old TV antenna. The house came with a TV antenna and a satellite dish. It didn't come with air conditioning, so I have put two big units, one up and down, and they work perfectly because the house is quite small. And Millie's come to say hello. She's like, "What are you doing, Mum? Why are you walking around the house like this?" I've done a lot of modifications to this house for Millie's benefit, just to keep her a happy and active cat. And one of the first things I did after I moved in was to build her a cat room. So I put this in the lounge room, and it's probably her favourite place in the house. She's often sitting up the top, watching me as I watch TV. One of my secret obsessions is playing crane games. I absolutely love winning all of the cat toys in the games, and I just won this one yesterday. It's a little mini Lily. So right next to the lounge room, we go straight into the dining kitchen, all in one. I've recently bought this fridge and had to change out my dining table so that it would fit in the small space. I got these little sockets for the chairs, and they stop your chairs from scratching on the floor when you move them, because I realised my other chair set have felt pads on the bottom of them, so I really need to get some of these ones. Next to the dining room table, I have underfloor storage, and this is where I keep a lot of my emergency food and water supplies. It's a cool area, cool place in the house. I also have some up high in one of the kitchen cupboards. Right next to that is a little gas outlet. So a lot of people used to cook at their dining room table and use the gas to run the gas stoves. Not many people do that anymore. You can buy gas canisters now. And next to the kitchen, I was not able to change out the supply screen, so I just had to fix it up with some patches. And then a drawer off my kitchen is where I keep all my recycles. So you've got to separate all your rubbish here. So I put it just out the back door there, because I don't use this door as a thoroughfare door, but it just gets all rubbish out of the kitchen. The kitchen was actually in really great condition. The stove was working fine, and the hot water system was also working. So you turn the hot water system on and off in your kitchen. There's windows everywhere, and I can easily look outside to the back patio from inside the kitchen, and I can check out if Lily's out there. I can watch her while I'm in the kitchen. I do like to play a bit of music, so I've got my Wi-Fi speaker set up here, and a couple of little special items that I just put on display on the kitchen bench. Massive sink. If you are unfamiliar with sinks in Japan, they're really big compared to where I'm from in Australia. The cupboards here are all pretty good. I have recently fixed up this cupboard and added in this sliding shelf to put all of my cleaning products. This is the under sink cupboard, which is usually a mess. I have drawers as well, so I keep all my plates and rice and everything in the big drawers. And the cutlery drawer is a killer because that's another one of the to-do lists. The cupboards up above are actually really high. Oh, check out that nice Millie cup. Love it, a new Millie batch. But these also need a big clean out, okay? Just keep throwing a lot of things in here. I do keep all my sort of coffee, your tea, your vitamins, and Vegemite all up on the top shelves. But the very, very top shelves I can't reach, and I do need a step ladder to get up there. So there's a bit of unused space when it comes to the cupboards. So let's head outside to the patio before we go upstairs. And I must thank an amazing duo who suggested I get this misting machine for my garden. All you do is plug your hose in and it sends a fine mist on. Thank you so much for this suggestion. Ask for suggestions for the garden. Wow, I got some good ones. So I got this misting machine, which would be great in summer. And I also got an outdoor fan, so I can just have some mist and fan because it is going to get hot out here. And
if your smartphone is acting up, here are the 3 signs you might have malware. Number 1, your smartphone is hot to the touch, even when you aren't using it.
And there is a drain at the back, so if you get a lot of rain, the backyard can drain outside. This is the kerosene tank, and this tank is connected to the kerosene heater. So at the moment it's just showing it's 3/4 full, and the kerosene truck can come around and fill that up. This is my kerosene heater. I'm not sure how much longer this is going to last, but at the moment it's still going strong. The house came with a tap out the back as well, which has been super handy since I've taken up the hobby of gardening while I'm in Japan. And I was also able to install an outdoor sink with a bit of storage for all of my new gardening stuff. It also has a floor drain, which drains the sink here as well. Now there is a little door at the back. I recently painted this white. It was a rusty colour. And you'll see at the back it's rusty as well. So I haven't got around to painting the door on the back side yet. But this is where we put our rubbish, just out the back in the laneway. And I also have a little patch of garden out the back here. So I've recently planted a couple of seedlings. I've got white and yellow corn. And this is my rosemary bush. It's been growing gangbusters. And I've been using this for baked potatoes. So much rosemary. I also planted some sunflowers because I think it'll look nice against this ugly brick wall. I've never done that before, so I'm hoping they look good. You can see my washing hanging off the back balcony there, and this is just a bag I put my rubbish in just to stop the crows attacking it. So right in my little mini door to the outside. It's double bolted, so just for security. And speaking of security, I have the camera at the back and the front on the side. Another security feature that a lot of the houses in my area have is the typhoon shutters, and every single window in this house and all my neighbours' houses actually have these typhoon shutters. And when the final clock bell rings, people start closing up their shutters for the night. And you can't open and close these without making a lot of noise, so they do act as a bit of a security feature. I installed stainless steel mesh fly screens just because Millie is a bit of a climber and she loves climbing the fly screens. So that's something else I did to all of the windows in the house. I just wanted to take a moment to say that I know this place might not seem much to some people. It's an old house, it's very simple, it's small and definitely not flashy. But it's a solidly built house, and more than that, it's my house. It's comfortable, it's peaceful, and it does remind me that you don't need a fancy house or a lot of money to feel happy. Honestly, doing something like this in Australia wouldn't be affordable for me, but here I found a way that I can live simply and feel rich in all the ways that matter to me, and finding joy in the small things. A lot of Japanese houses are notorious for steep staircases, so I particularly like mine because it isn't that steep. Another feature is it's got a really high ceiling and lots of light comes in through the different windows. So once you get upstairs, this is the hallway, and to your right is the main bedroom. So the main bedroom was tatami mats. I've kept them, but I've just put carpet over the top. And the main reason is because I'm sleeping on a raised platform, which then has the futon. So I didn't want to be exactly sleeping on the floor. Now there are no light switches in this room, so I have to use a remote control, which is great when you're in bed. You just turn the light off with your remote control. But I do have a spare light next to my bed in case there is an earthquake and we lose power. Lily's side of the bed has all her different bedding options, and then the little alcove in the main bedroom I'm using to hang my clothes. And here are all my Life's Journey shirts. So I've got casual shirts, long pants on one side, and then short sleeve work shirts and dresses up the back. And then in the wardrobe space, which is one of my futon cupboard, I have my drawers, and I have long sleeve shirts on one side, and then just a couple of warmer items on the other side, just in case I need them. I didn't want to pack everything away. I'm using a tension rod inside the wardrobe to hang things up and a supporting beam, just because the house didn't come with any actual hanging space. Again, up the top, the cupboards are really too high for me to reach, so I'm putting Onions clothes up here. Then when you walk from there into the spare bedroom, this is a tatami room, and I've kept this as a traditional Japanese room. It's got a really nice Japanese light. Again, no light switches, but there is a pull string for this one. And if you saw my last spring cleaning video, you know that I have all of the old blankets and futons from winter in this cupboard. But this room is now ready for my friend Marie, who's coming to stay next week. Next to the spare bedroom is my YouTube studio, and I did a recent makeover on this one as well. But I probably spend about, I hate to think, but probably around 20 hours a week in here editing YouTube videos. So I do spend so much time in this room. YouTube is actually a very time-consuming hobby of mine, and like I said, I probably do about 20 hours a week here. Off this room is the balcony. It's not big enough to sit out here, but it does its job as a place to hang the washing. And this is the view from above of the patio downstairs. I also have the second air conditioning unit parked up here. And you know what I love? I can see trains. I can see them coming and going from this office room. It really reminds me that I'm in Japan. The balcony gets sun all day long, so it is a perfect spot to hang the washing. The aircon upstairs in this office room does the entire office and is strong enough to push right through into the main bedroom. There are a couple of really nice little ornate features up here that I want to keep, like the door handles and also the main bedroom door, really sort of the Japanese feeling to it. Well, this is my house. You've pretty much seen every corner of my house now. What do you think of it? It's just me on my own with my cat. For me, it's the perfect size. Thank you so much for watching, and I'd love to hear from you, your thoughts in the comments. I look forward to talking to you again next week. See you later. Bye.
Disney Plus.
Today I'm going to show you some awesome Japanese ideas.